In front of that huge castle, an army of lion warriors were patrolling. Lin have found the right place. This time, this is the Tyrant Dungeon's main floor. On the castle walls, desert lion archers were standing. They are level 29, extremely strong elite monster. They use 100 arrows skill to shoot 100 arrows in one go. Their attributes are a lot higher than the flying and soldier ants. The soldiers in front of castle were using spears. They are desert lion warriors. Level 28, extremely strong elite monster. They have 4,000 average stats. Lin saw that the desert elite monsters are moving in formation. It seems Lin won't be able to use the same tactic he used with the oasis and ant monsters. But organizing an army is something Lin know how to do as well. He pull out his deathly speaker and summon Hero General. This new summon is different from Lin's other skeleton warriors, because this summoned creature Hero General is 5 times that of the size of normal skeleton warrior, and the only skill it use is military influence. After summoning the Hero General, Lin also summons all his skeleton warriors. Hero General raised his wand and used military influence skill on the skeleton warriors. Lin ordered Hero General to follow Lin's will and lead his soldiers. He ordered them, go forth and defeat the enemy. All the skeleton warriors get more powerful because of Hero General's military influence. When the desert lion archer from the castle walls saw the skeleton warriors' army charging at them, he alerts all the desert lion warriors. Desert lion archers use their 100 arrows skill and shoot thousands of arrows at skeleton warrior. The whole sky was covered by their arrows, but skeleton warriors used their swords to cut down the arrows. Now, it was the time for skeleton warriors to attack. All the desert lion warriors could see the fire, because now the skeleton mages joined the fight. Skeleton mages use Thunderbolt and attack the castle walls and the nearby desert lion warriors. Lin said, "It's a pity enemies' bodies are inside the castle." Lin won't be able to use corpse explosion because of it, but at least he have skeleton mages. Hero General used normal skeleton warriors' rage strike and started killing the lion warriors. Lin command half of his mages to concentrate on destroying the main gate. Skeleton mages use their different type of fire, ice and wind spells to destroy the main gate. Lion archers were continuously shooting arrows at skeleton warrior. Lin noticed that it's been a while already, but the gate is still untouched. The fight was getting more intense as time passed. Now Lin understand that this is a large dungeon. The party would have to work together and find different ways to open this gate and meet the final boss. Lin concludes that all the troubles with this mechanism all come from insufficient firepower. He orders skeleton warrior to stack lion warriors' bodies at the city gate. Skeleton warriors make a mountain from lion warriors' body. Then Lin use his corpse explosion skill on the bodies. Instead of exploding one by one, their bodies explode in one go, and that main gate of the castle wall got destroyed. Lin entered the castle with Hero General, and all the skeleton warriors and mages followed them. In the main hall of castle was the king's throne. On the king's throne, Lion Tyrant, a level 31 world level leader, was seating. His skills were Hell Roar, Fury Pounce, and Revolving Storm, but the most intimating thing about him was his blue eyes that show how powerful he is, and how he is looking down on the world. That's a world-level boss. Lin now felt that boss monster is indeed on a whole different level from other bosses. When the Lion Tyrant stand from his sit, he was hundreds times bigger than Lin's size. Lin said sorry to Lion Tyrant because he is in a rush. Lion Tyrant used his Fury Pounce and jumped high. Lin also summons his silver grade skeleton warriors, who has 4,000 of average stats. When the Lion Tyrant landed on the ground, just the impact cursed 2 skeleton warriors to death. Lion Tyrant roar and was going to use a fire attack. Lin order skeleton mages to stop him. Skeleton mages use Thunderbolt and paralyze at the same time on Lion Tyrant. Lion Tyrant, stop for a moment. And all the other skeleton mages attacked him with their strongest attack. Lion Tyrant's shield got destroyed because of that attack, but he was unscratched. Lion Tyrant was angry. He pulled out his 2 aches and used his Revolving Storm skill. He spins so fast that skeleton warriors who were near him flew away. 24 skeleton warriors have died in that attack. That wind was so strong that it even reached Lin, who was quite far. Lin know that not even night professionals will be able to withstand this kind of attack power. Lion Tyrant was on move again, so Lin decide that he'll make Lion Tyrant stop in one place. Lin used Slow Curse on Lion Tyrant. When Lion Tyrant get tied by Lin's curse chains, he used Hell Roar. Just his roar killed 14 skeletons. In front of that roar, Lin's skeleton armor can barely last 2 seconds. Even when Lion Tyrant was tied by slow curse chains, he used his fury pounce and jumped higher in sky. Since Lin have damage transfer, he was not scared, but he know they, if he hesitate now, his skeleton warriors might get wiped out. At last, Lin used his ultimate skill, Soul Blaze, and as expected of ultimate skill, Lion Tyrant fall on the ground. Lin saw that there's a chance, and he order every skeleton to attack Lion Tyrant. All the skeleton warriors and mages attack Lion Tyrant with their weapons and spells. But Lion Tyrant was not going down that easily. He lost his one axe, but he was still able to kill skeleton warriors with his other axe, but fight was going from both sides. Skeleton warriors used their rage strike to attack Lion Tyrant. Lin again used Soul Blaze. He know that he can't stop with the Soul Blaze. This time if he hadn't leveled up his mages to silver grade, he would have died here. 20 minutes later, after continuous attack of Flame Burst, Tornado, Ice Storm and Thunderbolt, it was time for Lion Tyrant to get down, and at last, Lion Tyrant fall. Lin approve that Lion Tyrant deserved the Tyrant title. System message comes that Lin had killed Lion Tyrant. He obtained 2 million experience points. Lin obtained gold grade weapon, Tyrant's battle axe, Tyrant's sword and Tyrant's staff. He also obtained Tyrant's heart, whose drop rate, cooldown is 1 year. Tyrant's heart is a special item, an essential material in making the Tyrant's necklace. Just when that Tyrant Lion dies, Lin also level up. He laughs because he totally forgot. He was level 20 while fighting the boss. Now Lin is level 21, Necromancer with 400 average strength, agility and spirit. Also, all his summoned skeleton mages upgraded to level 21. Lin was surprised to see that all his skeleton mages also leveled up. Now Lin realized that if he fully learn his skills in the future, then all his skeleton mages will level up with his level. Lin said that if that's the case, then he should quickly level up the rest of his skills, or else it's going to get more difficult in the higher levels. Looks like he'll have to fight the Lion Tyrant again and depend on the Oasis fruit to replenish his spirit. On the other hand, outside in the dungeon hall, 6 bells rings. Everyone were surprised because it's been a long time since they heard the bell sound. 6 times. 6 bells means a new record has been set in a large dungeon. Everyone were curious to know who is it that set the new record. Suddenly Baili Academy's Bai Lixing comes forward. Bai Lixing is the grandson of the Baili Academy's headmaster. He claims that the new record was set by their Baili Academy, but at the same time, another hunter said that since Lin also went in, could it be him? Bai Lixing was surprised. He asked his members that who's Lin Moyu, which academy is this Lin from, and what party does he belong to? Bai Lixing said he can't believe there'd be someone else who dares to compete with them. A member of his party told Bai Lixing about Lin Moyu. Bai Lixing started laughing like crazy when he heard that Lin went in alone. He asked his party members if they are kidding with him. Tyrant Desert is a 40 people large dungeon they're talking about. For Lin to go in alone, he really doesn't know his limits. Other hunters don't agree with him because they have already seen Lin solo clear the dungeons. They ask Bai Lixing that what do he mean by only a party can enter the dungeon. Hunters told Bai Lixing that Lin is someone who already set a new record for 2 dungeons. Bai Lixing laughs and asks that what's so great about setting new records for 2 low-level dungeons. Lin at most is level 20 now and a large dungeon isn't so simple to clear. He said that this time's record was definitely set by their Baili Academy. Suddenly the Tyrant dungeon clear information comes out. System announced that the Tyrant's heart has spawned. Now cooldown time is 364 days 23 hours. Everyone were to stunned when they hear that a Tyrant's heart has spawned. They all have heard that the Lion Tyrant is unbelievably strong, and if one don't kill it within an hour, the Tyrant's heart won't be dropped. A hunter said that even though he is a fan of Lin Moyu, he is afraid. This time the record was really set by Baili Academy. Bai Lixing was surprised himself. He laughs and started bragging that not only did their hunters set a new record, they also got the Tyrant's heart. They're going to get that boss accessory soon. Suddenly more information comes about Tyrant Desert Dungeon. System announced that a new record has been set in the large dungeon Tyrant Desert. Record holder is Lin Moyu, who is level 21 Necromancer, and he took 14 hours, 11 minutes, 43 seconds to clear the dungeon. Bai Lishing and all the hunters were shocked to hear that the one clear. The dungeon is Lin, not Bailey Academy. Then when Lin comes out of the dungeon, everyone surrounded him. This is amazing. They still can't believe it was actually Lin. A hunter said that for one person to solo clear it and set a new record while being faster than the Bailey Academy. That's too amazing. Bai Lishing was very angry. He stand in Lin Moyu's way and asked him if he is Lin Moyu. Lin was thinking that he need to quickly get back and finish the task given to him, so Lin walked past Bai Lishing and told him that he is busy. When other hunters saw that Lin ignored Bai Lishing, they cannot stop laughing. A hunter said that the Bailey Academy must feel so embarrassed. This matter will definitely spread throughout the academies tomorrow. Who asked them to be so full of themselves? Now they're getting what they deserved and being cruelly trampled on by Lin in their face. But a hunter noticed something and asked other hunters if anyone realize that Lin is level 21. Now then, that means he went in at level 20, solo clearing a large dungeon at level 20. Is that something a human can do? That's too terrifying. Is this the strength of a necromancer? Sometimes later at Bai Yiyuan's office, when Lin called Bai Shen, ask him what's the matter, can't he find a party? Lin Moyu replies that he've obtained the tyrant's heart. At first Bai Shen didn't hear what Lin said to him. He told Lin to don't worry, if he can't find a party, Bai Shen will recommend a few people to him. Hold on, what did you just say? After a few seconds, Bai Shen understand what Lin said. Lin again told him that he've obtained the tyrant's heart. Bai Shen was too surprised by Lin because Bai Shen just give Lin the task and Lin already managed to get it. Bai Shen asked Lin where is he right now. Lin said he is at the entrance of the dormitory. Bai Shen told Lin that he will get him from there and ended the call. Suddenly a beep sound from Lin's communication device come. It was a new notification that says that since Lin have set a new record for the Tyrant Desert, so he have obtained 5,000 points and 30 contribution score. Lin said that the rewards are pretty decent this time. Too bad. It's a one-time thing though. Just when Lin was thinking, suddenly a spiritual aura surrounded Lin's body. Lin was surprised as he was unaware about this unknown aura. That aura fully covers Lin in it. Lin got teleported in a different place, and Bai Shen was the one who did it. Meng Anwen was already there. Lin Moyu greets Mr. Meng. Meng Anwen is a divine level formation master. Meng Anwen asked Lin, come and take a seat. He told Lin that there is no need for such formalities as he is an easygoing person. When all three of them sit down, Bai Shen asked Lin to take out the tyrant's heart. Lin said, yes, and take it out. When Meng Anwen saw it, he immediately recognized it. Meng Anwen said that it's indeed the tyrant's heart. Bai Shen asked Lin if he solo cleared it this time too. When Lin said yes, Bai Shen asked him what was his clear time. Lin told Bai Shen that he cleared the tyrant's dungeon in 14 hours. Both Meng Anwen and Bai Shen were stunned to hear the clear time. Meng Anwen laughs and asks Bai Shen to better keep his word. Bai Shen said he know and throw a cooldown talisman towards Lin. Lin was very happy to get a cooldown talisman because with this, his speed of leveling up can be increased. Bai Shen, Lin, if Lin is in a rush to enter the creation seminary, Lin said, yes, but he need a lot of contribution score. Setting 3 records gives him 90 contribution scores, and he need 1,000 to enter the creation seminary. Lin asked Bai Shen that can he use this cooldown talisman at the Yuan battlefield too. Bai Shen said yes. He asked Lin how is it. Is Lin with okay accepting this task? Lin said no problem. He thought he can get contribution scores faster now. Bai Shen said alright. He told Lin to go and get some rest, now. He'll send Lin to the battlefield once the school opening ceremony is over. Lin thanked Bai Shen and left. When Lin left, Meng Anwen asked Bai Shen if it'd be okay for Lin to go there at such an early point. Bai Shen asked Meng Anwen if he didn't seen that Lin can solo clear a large dungeon. Lin is only level 20, but his skills already far exceed some who have evolved their professions twice. The earlier Lin goes there, the better it is for him. Meng Anwen was asking it because Bai Shen didn't tell Lin that humanity's greatest enemy is there as well. Since Lin have cleared a lot of dungeons that day, he decided that he won't think too much now. He'll sleep first and head over to the Tyrant Desert to level up his other skills tomorrow. On the other hand, Bailey Academy's hunters who goes to clear that dungeon comes back. When other hunters who were in Dungeon Hall saw that the people from Bailey Academy have returned, they started laughing because Bailey Academy's hunters looks happy, thinking that they've set a new record. A hunter laughs and said that there's going to be a sight to see. Bailey, Academy's hunters were happy thinking that they've managed to clear the dungeon in 15 hours 58 minutes, which means they've set a new record. They started chanting "All Hail Bailey Academy." Other hunters were laughing at them. When a Bailey Academy's hunter saw the information board of Tyrant Desert Dungeon, he goes to his leader. Tell him that there is something's wrong. He told the leader that the new record is of someone who get the tyrant's heart, but they didn't obtain the tyrant's heart. So who got it? Leader goes to see who is he and was too shocked when he saw that. The one who cleared is Lin Moyu, a level 21 hunter who cleared the dungeon in 14 hours. 11 minutes 43 seconds, Bailey Academy's hunter team. Leader was more shocked to see that someone solo clear the dungeon. Leader thought, could it be that man who enters the dungeon just before they entered? He shouted that it's impossible. That man is only level 21. So how can he clear the dungeon faster than them? Another hunter asked the team leader to let's go back first and talk later. All the hunters in the dungeon were talking that they really didn't think they would get to see the Bailey Academy get hit in the face twice today. A hunter said that this is way too hilarious. Their pride must be shattered. Lin is way too overpowered, and the Bailey Academy is nothing compared to him. When the Bailey Academy's hunter hear them talking, he get more angry. He ask his team to return first. Then the second day, when Lin wakes up from his sleep, his spirit was fully recovered. He goes back to Dungeon Hall. Lin was thinking that if he can find some oasis fruits again, he'll use that chance to max level his slow curse and skeleton armor skill today. Suddenly a man approached Lin asking him if he is Lin Moyu, who solo clear the Tyrant Dungeon. He told Lin that the headmaster of Bailey Academy wants to meet Lin, so Lin have to follow him. He said that very rudely, so Lin didn't reply him and move on. That man get very angry when he saw that Lin just ignore him. He said that Lin is too bold. Don't Lin know who Bai Lixing is? Lin said no, he don't know. And if that Bai Lixing wants to see Lin, then he should come to Lin himself. That man was very angry, but Lin totally ignore him and goes directly to the Tyrant Dungeon. Dungeon cooldown time for it was 9 days and reset. Cooldown was 2,000 points, and to enter dungeon, 500 points was needed. Lin was worried, thinking that resetting the dungeon and entering it again will cost him a total of 2,500 points. When the other hunters who were in the dungeon hall saw Lin, they thought is Lin going to solo clear the Tyrant Desert again. A hunter said that now, when Lin is familiar with the dungeon, he's going to go in and set a new record again. Shuhan was also there. All the hunters surround her. They all ask Shuhan that their task hasn't been completed yet. Can she help them? Ask Lin if he can take them to clear the Tyrant Desert. They said they can pay Lin points, since Lin can solo clear. He can definitely take them with him, and they will pay him points. Shuhan want a refuge at first, but all the hunters were basically begging her. They said that they will not ask for experience, equipment, or even materials, Shuhan said. All right, she'll help them. On the other hand, that Bai Lixing's underling goes back to him and report that Lin Moyu refuses to come and demands that Bai Lixing see him himself. Bai Lixing said, Lin is bastard who really don't know his limits. His underling agree with him saying that Lin is too rude. Bai Lixing said that does Lin think he's great just because he cleared the Tyrant Desert? It's just a low-level large dungeon. Lin doesn't understand the second job change. And no matter how strong Lin is now, he may become a piece of trash after the second evolution. Bai Lixing laughs and said since Lin doesn't want to give them face, then they should ignore him. If they encounter Lin outside in the future, they will teach him a lesson. On the other hand, at the dungeon hall, Shuhan told Lin everything. Other hunters who were with Shuhan asked Lin to take them to clear a dungeon once. They just want to complete the task. They ask Lin to please take them along and they will pay 1,000 points. Everything aside, Lin was surprised to hear that it's a task. Shuhan said that it's the dungeon task issued by the academy. Don't Lin know it? A hunter told Lin that they've been stuck at the Tyrant Desert task for too long. If they don't complete it, then it's impossible for them to enter an academy. He said that they don't want experience, equipment, or materials. They just want to clear the dungeon. Lin said sorry, he is a new student, so he didn't know. What everyone were shocked to hear that Lin is a new student. Now they understand why Lin's level is so low. Then all the hunters surround Lin and ask him to take them with him. They can pay Lin points. A hunter said he'll give 1,000 points, so all of them started shouting that they'll also give 1,000 points. Lin thought that he don't have much points after buying his equipment. and resetting the dungeon and entering will cost 2,500 points. But if it's 1,000 per person, then he'll be able to earn 39,000 points, because the max amount of people that can be brought into the dungeon is 40. Lin said, "All right." He can help them with the task and they will pay the 1,000 points accordingly. However, Lin have a request. All the hunters get happy when Lin agree. They ask please go ahead and tell what he want, because they just want to clear the task. They don't want anything else. They'll listen to Lin. Lin told them that if they find the oasis fruit, it's Lin's, no matter what. Shuhan was surprised when he hear the oasis fruit, because that's almost never seen in the dungeon. That fruit is extremely rare, and they've never even thought about ever seeing it. That they'll definitely give them to Lin if they ever come across them. Lin said, "All right. He can only bring 39 people in one go. Who's coming with him first?" When Lin said that, all the hunters rush at him, saying they want to go first. Some hunters ask Lin to let them go first, because they've been stuck at this dungeon task for almost a year. But Shuhan get angry. He shouted and told everyone to be quiet. She told everyone to queue up nicely and stop fighting amongst yourselves. If Lin Moyu gets irritated and decides to change his mind, what are they going to do? Then all the hunters get in line to go in the tyrant dungeon. When Lin get all the 39,000 points, he thanked his senior sister Shuhan for the trouble. Shuhan said it's nothing, so Lin asked her if she have completed her task. Shuhan said yes. She told Lin to do his stuff and don't mind her. Lin told her that if she have any tasks in the future that she want to do, she can look for Lin. Shuhan laughs and said, "All right, if that time comes, Lin can't reject her." Then when Lin entered the dungeon with other hunters, he told them to follow behind and don't run ahead. Hunters told Lin to don't worry, they'll follow Lin, and if Lin say to head east, they'll head east, and if he say to squat, they'll squat. Lin summons his skeleton warrior, and all the ground around Lin get covered in dark green fire. Within the fire, Lin's skeleton warriors comes out. Lin orders them to go and find the oasis fruits. All the hunters were surprised to see Lin's skeleton warrior. A hunter asked that, "Are those Lin Moyu's summoned creatures?" No wonder he's a necromancer. They're all undead summons, but isn't that way too many? That's to terrifying. Lin's profession is definitely legendary level. Suddenly level 25. Desert ghost tree, which is extremely strong. Elite monster comes out of the ground. But Lin's skeleton warriors kill them with one shot. What everyone were shocked to see them killing. Level 25 monster in one shot. A hunter said that it took his party at least 2 minutes to kill this ghost tree. Last time, Lin is too terrifying. How strong are his skeletons? When level 21 silver grade skeleton warriors kill the desert ghost tree, Lin only gets 7,500 experience points instead of 400,000 points. Lin said, as expected, the experience given with 39 other people here is way too little. He thought that it's good that he can get 39,000 points, but he should solo clear again a few times after this, because his main objective now is to level up his skills. Few minutes later, when the hunters saw that Lin gathering the monsters, they got worried. Lin gotten over 100 monsters, and Lin summoned the skeleton mages. Hunters thought, is Lin going to rely on their skills to kill all the monsters in one go? But when Lin reached the oasis, he saw that there is no oasis fruit there. It looks like he was lucky the first time, because the oasis fruit isn't something that's commonly found. Lin said that since there's no me, he should kill the boss quickly and enter again, and suddenly the skeleton warrior started killing the monsters like crazy. Everyone were surprised. They asked that what is going on, but Lin don't reply them. Instead, he used his ultimate corpse explosion skill on the monster's corpse. All the corpse around that oasis started exploring, and with that other monsters who were nearly also get killed. Lin saw that his experience is going up non-stop. They want to know that how fast is Lin killing these monsters. When a hunter saw that explosion is Lin's skill, he was shocked. He said that isn't that just way too overpowered. Lin turned around and told other hunters that he've cleared most of the monsters nearby. They should wait here, he'll call them again after he clear the ant nest. Hunters said no problem. They asked Lin to take their time. All the hunters were very scared, thinking that hasn't it only been 3 hours since they entered the dungeon. But they all were in a state of confusion throughout the dungeon. A hunter said that if he hadn't seen this efficiency with his own eyes, he wouldn't believe it at all.